Well, we're finally back, rebuilding a team in Scotland because, I mean, loads of people have been suggesting that we need to do Aberdeen.
Yeah.
They are on a downfall right now,
Yeah.
so they desperately need us. Also, anybody else get the memo about the weird and wacky shirt? That was by accident. Right, okay, Aberdeen, Dad.
Yes.
It's a team we've done before, but it was quite a long time ago.
Yeah, it was, I couldn't remember anything, so I had to look it all up again. So,
and we've obviously grown the audience since, so
Yeah.
I think, you know, we're fine. We can carry on doing it as we normally do.
well, as you can see, they were formed in 1905, but they actually joined the Football League.
1903. You got
1903,
glasses on, have you?
Yeah, no, I haven't. No. They joined the actual Football League in 1905, though. They've never been relegated out of the top league.
Oh, and they're bloody close this season.
Yeah, so it's not looking good, is it?
I mean, I haven't seen an updated one from the last couple of weeks, but when I started this one, it wasn't looking good.
Well, no, they had that massacre hammering, didn't they, from was it Celtic or Rangers? One of the two top two, wasn't it? And they sacked the manager right after, didn't they? So you can understand why. It's football, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know that feeling of being sacked, mate, don't you?
Never had it. Never, not once. Right, okay. So, with a big bit of history, especially connected to my love of Manchester United, which I'm sure we'll get to.
I was going to say, is this your favourite Scottish team through that link?
I don't really have one, to be honest. No, I mean, when I was growing up, I always liked Rangers.
Yeah.
But I liked Rangers, but my favourite Scottish player, not Scottish player, but in the league, was Larson.
Yeah.
So it was a Celtic player.
You can understand why.
Yeah. So, and obviously he then played for United.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a lot of favourite in Scottish football, to be honest.
I'm going to go for Alloa.
Oh, that's because of Nan.
Yeah, because my mum was born there.
Yeah.
So, and I've been to the ground as well. So yeah, I feel sorry for the Alloa fans at the moment. Not having a good season.
No. Right, okay, so I didn't sign any players this first season. I left it as it was, but they have signed some weird players, like Jay Gorter from Ajax as a loan deal. He's the goalkeeper. He's quite a good goalkeeper as well. But what I did notice that, as you can see, there's a lot of loan deals. There's a lot of loans in the first team as well. So they do have a bit of a star man, and it's this guy here who so far has scored 12 and 9 for us. He's called Duck. That was unplanned as well. We're just two comedy geniuses, isn't we? People are just going, oh yeah, switch this off. This is crap. Right, okay, so yeah, from Cape Verde. He's also got a cat. I mean, I guess it's for Cape Verde. I don't think he's ever played for Portugal. No, but they bought him from Benfica a couple of seasons ago. He's doing very well for us so far. Very pacey player. Very good in this league because obviously some of the standards of defenders, they're quite slow.
Yeah.
So having pace is going to be very overpowered. So let's take a look at the tactic then to start things off in this first season. We're going for a diamond. I haven't done a diamond for a while. The reason for it is I wanted to pack out that midfield. I think when you play against either Rangers or Celtic, when you're simulating, you're going to get battered if you're very open in midfield because the caliber of player are so much more superior. So putting more players in midfield, I'd like to think, would help us in that midfield battle. We might not win the game still, but I think it will stop us from getting over on as much. And usually when it's like that, I think you only play them twice a year. Not in the Scottish League. Nope. You tend to play them 4 times. Yeah. So we need
the top half play each other, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. After a certain point,
in the relegation battle.
Hopefully, if we're in the top league, we'll end up playing them more than just the twice. So we're going to have to think about that.
What about the news this week, then?
What's that? Sorry.
The next 2 big firm games have been played without the crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's going to be awful.
Yeah, because of the crowd trouble they had at the last game, so they banned the home crowd for the next 2 games. So
I mean,
behind closed doors.
It's a shame, but you know, it's the very few spoiling it for the majority, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Minority spoiling it for the majority. Right. So our best 11. Let's take a look at it then. Miofsky and Duck up top. I mean, he's going to be our key player. We're going to be here all day. Clarkson and Shinnie in midfield. Like, this is, I mean, we're not going to know a lot of these players, but this is basically, for anybody who's watching, who's into Scottish football, this is what our assistant manager considers as our best 11. Now, it's a very balanced mentality. We've got a lot of instructions, focusing the play down the wings, even though there is no wingers. It just works. Don't ask why. And speaking of it working, we have only lost 1 game. That was to Celtic.
I'll take that, though.
And it was a very tight game, although they were down to 10 men. They've got a lot of Japanese players recently, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
This is one of them. He scored in the 74th minute. He scored a brace in total. For an away game, 2-1, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple of fantastic results here. There's a Motherwell win, St Johnstone, Livingston. Games that you'd hope we would win. And we have managed to do that. But that was even like going back into the friendlies in the Scottish League Cup C groups, whatever this is. Like we beat Benfica.
beat Alloa. That's a big game.
Yeah. A great start so far. Now, there's no European football for us in this season, so we can just focus on the league and the cups. What's your ambitions for this rebuild, Dad?
If you don't win the league, split them.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah. I knew it. I just knew you were going to say that. I just had a feeling.
You've got to try and split them, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, you've got to try and beat both of them anyway, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we've lost against Celtic. I would say with that record already, we're going to be in the top half, so we're going to be playing them 4 times.
Yeah.
You've only got to get a couple of wins, and you're in with a shout then, in you.
Absolutely.
Because everybody dropped silly points against silly teams somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
We haven't yet.
No, but everybody does.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we'll simulate this first season then. Let's see how we do. Well, first season.
Split them.
And we split them straight away.
Yeah.
We absolutely dominated it as well.
Yeah.
19 points above Rangers.
Rangers had a bad season, didn't
they had a very bad time. We're still a little bit behind Celtic, but as obviously
12 points is a lot,
you'd
so
expect, they are quite good. They've only drew 1 game all season.
Yeah.
They did lose 5. One of them was to us. So that's obviously in the championship side of things. So 97
we only
points
lost 5 as well. Those we
did,
against.
To be fair, yeah.
Celtic
twice and Hearts. So not bad at all. We will definitely take that. Now, if we take a look at the league profile, we had the second top scorer. Furuhashi got 41. That's mental. But fair enough. And he's only got 12 finishing. Just really good. All right, fair enough. So Duck managed to get in second, 26 points. He also got the second highest average rating. And Leighton Clarkson, which is he on loan from Liverpool? Yeah. He got the second highest amount of assists. So very good. Jay Gorter got the most clean sheets, alongside 2 very good goalkeepers in Craig Gordon and Joe Hart. But obviously he then goes back to Ajax as well.
Yeah.
So there's 2 cup competitions, Dad, in Scotland. One I'm not quite sure whether it's very prestigious or not, and then the other one is kind of the Scottish FA Cup.
Yeah, the other one is the Scottish League Cup as well. So it's like our 2 cups really.
We didn't get very far in either of them. We faced Celtic in the quarter-final of the Viva Play Scottish League Cup and the Scottish Cup, which is the FA Cup style, 4th round by Hibs. Not great, but I would take that because of how well we did in the league.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of the loan players have already gone back because for some reason in Scotland they end the loan deals in June. So when I clicked on this, I was like, where's all my players gone? So Duck got 35 goals. Miofsky got 20. That's good straight away from
that's
your
our
2
weakness.
main strikers.
2 strikers, nothing else after.
That's the problem, yeah. 3 is the height. But I think that obviously a couple of those loan players might have scored. Leighton Clarkson might have got a couple, to be fair.
So we've got to get someone in, or loan players in, to replace them, really.
That's the problem, I think, we've had a great season. We're like, oh, let's do it. Let's build on that next year. It's like, no, you've got to replace the players that played really well last year because they've all gone back to their main clubs. So transfer-wise, we've only been given £2.4 million to do that. There's not a lot. It might be a case of a transitional period of the next couple of years that we might have to look into to actually do that. Because we can't exactly rely on a lot of youth players yet, because there are a few in the academy. They're just not ready yet.
No.
So, yeah, we'll have to move on to the second season. Let's see what we can do in the transfer window. Some of you may remember a few years ago, this very YouTube channel was hacked, and I nearly lost it completely. It took nearly a week to get back, and I had to change all the passwords on everything, and that could have been easily prevented with something like Surfshark and Surfshark 1. So let me tell you about how Surfshark will make your life safer and better. Surfshark is an app or browser extension which allows you to place yourself virtually somewhere else. And we all know the main benefits of a VPN like this is to watch hidden things that aren't on Netflix in your country, for example, or to watch the football match which for some reason the broadcaster in your country decides not to put on live television. Surfshark can then help you change your location within a click, and you can have access to that immediately. But that's just a portion on the benefits of why you should really think about getting Surfshark. Another reason is that they gave me an 83% discount code for you guys only. But before I tell you how to get that, Surfshark 1 will enhance your privacy and security, protect you from viruses, malware, and data leaks and privacy threats. Things that I needed 2 years ago to stop my channel from being hacked. Because that's exactly what it was. It was dodgy malware that Surfshark 1 would have intercepted and prevented from happening immediately. And as I say, Surfshark are giving my audience an offer of 83% discount, plus you get an extra 3 months for free when you sign up and use my code Omega Luke. So please consider protecting yourself online with Surfshark One. Benefit from the cheaper flights, unlock streaming access to things that you can't see in your country, and obviously much more using the link at the top of the description and the top of the pinned comment. Like I say, using the code Omega Luke, using that link at checkout will get you 83% off and an extra 3 months for free. Okay, I did spend my money on one player, and he has the funniest Scottish name because McGuinness is a very Scottish name, but they've spelt it how you would say it.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've ever seen that spelling of it before. Kyle McGuinness, he is a cracking centre attacking midfielder. So we're missing goals from midfield.
Yep.
He's that guy. He has good passing ability, but he can also finish with 15 composure. If he gets himself into those opportunities, I think he's more likely to score than he is
that's
to
a good
miss.
boy.
Good long shots as well.
Yeah.
Only 25. We picked him up from a club that's going to be up there with us for that best of the rest slot.
Started well as well.
Started very well for £1.7 million. So I normally always see Hibs do fantastic as well in Football Manager. If I do simulations, they always do well. 3 goals in 3 with a good assist as well. 2 player of the matches in those 3 appearances and a 7.9 average rating.
Brilliant.
We've also signed a couple of free transfers. We got this first one, Jovanovic. So he comes in as a centre-back, 27 years of age, 6'2". Very good attributes for this league as well. He's very brave, good work rate, great positioning, absolutely fantastic. We've got him from the Cypriot League. He's played 3 games already, got himself an assist and a good average rating. So that's, I think, a really good free transfer.
Yeah.
And then this one, Albie Morgan from Charlton. So all the way down in the lower leagues of England, obviously League 1. He is a free transfer and he's actually, I think, quite a decent player. He's only 23.
Squad,
very good indeed. So he is coming to the club as a free as well. He's got himself a goal.
Yeah, that's 2 midfielders scored.
Yep, a good average rating as well. Now, obviously, we lost the goalkeeper on loan. We signed a goalkeeper for free, Marcus Bettinelli. He is English as well, 6'4". He's not the best goalkeeper. I would probably say Jay Gorta, the one that we loaned is from last season, is probably better. But this is the best that we could get with the money that we did not have. So yeah, for now, he will definitely do for me. So I don't think we need to change the tactics at all.
Said if we did, really.
I agree. So we were running with the same tactic. Let's look at our best 11 and see where people are putting in. The good thing I think this season is we're not relying on any loan deals. I thought, no, I don't want to loan players in because that's always going to be your problem then. You're constantly chasing the next loan.
Yeah.
This is what we're rocking with. We've got a very good team and already they're building good relationships. McGuinness has only been here a couple of months and he's got a great relationship with his 2 strikers already. So that's really fantastic, as well as Albie Morgan, in the midfield there. So, and Jovanovic has got a good relationship with his centre-back partner. So that's fantastic. And that is probably because we have won every game so far this season and put ourselves in the Champions League.
Brilliant.
Oh, yes.
Good start.
We've actually played against Jovanovic's first club, which is Red Star. They've just got a weird name on Football Manager. That's Red Star that we've beat across both legs there. 7-1 on aggregate. Then we beat, I would say, like the best of the rest team sometimes in Portugal. This team always does well in Portugal. Vitoria. We beat them across 2 legs
Let's go back
both times.
to that picture there. When Aberdeen started, that's virtually the same kit as what they had. That black and gold stripes.
I like it as well.
Yeah, and that's when that's how they. I think the very first kit, if I remember right, was white. They only played in it for like a few games. Then they went to black and gold.
Yeah.
For about 3 seasons, and then they went to red.
Yeah, I wonder why they changed to red.
Yeah.
So from that, we also have had some great results in the league.
Yeah.
Only conceded 1 goal, and that was against Rangers, but we battered them 4-1. So can't complain about that at all. Good 2-0 to start off things with. In Carl McGuinness' debut, he got himself 2 in a 2-0 win against Hearts, and then Dundee United 4-0. Remember, if you're ever talking about Dundee United, make sure you say United after, because you'll have so many people in the comment section giving you crap, even though you are clearly looking at Dundee United. If you just call them Dundee, they go fuming. Right, so our Champions League group stage then, we have Ajax, Liverpool, Sporting. We'll see you next season in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Even
Aberdeen
if
are the only Scottish team, though, to actually win 2 European trophies.
Yeah, because obviously Celtic won it with the I can't remember what their nickname was that they did it, where everybody was in like a certain area, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From Glasgow, they were all within the same region. The Lisbon Lions.
Might be.
I think it's the Lisbon Lions, something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, Aberdeen have actually won the Cup Winners' Cup, and then they went on to win the Super Cup against Hamburg.
Yeah.
Which I believe they won 2-1. But I noticed a good thing about that game as well. I think it was in 1983. I looked at the team sheet because I wanted to see if Kevin Keegan was playing for Hamburg.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. It might have been too early or something like that. The funny thing I did notice about it, and it's unusual, every player for Aberdeen was Scottish.
Yeah.
And every player for Hamburg was German.
Yeah.
So there wasn't one single foreign player in those two teams.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah, because there was rules where it was like a maximum of 3, wasn't it? Because I remember when Man United qualified, they couldn't play a lot of their players because even they were like Welsh or Irish. Yeah. They had to be English.
That was the biggest thing with me with the Aberdeen team, that they didn't have any English players or Irish or Welsh.
Yeah.
But it was all Scottish players.
Yeah. So that was obviously Sir Alex as well who took them to that, 1983, the Cup Winners' Cup. Their most successful period at the club. Can we replicate that? Can we get through this group, Dad?
No. We'll be lucky to come third, I think.
Yeah, I love it. Right, okay. Well, we'll find out. Let's see if we can qualify for Europa League. Right, in the second season, we managed to clinch that second spot again, just this time. It was very close.
Yeah.
A lot closer than what it was last year. Rangers have stepped up and we've dropped off ever so slightly. We had a bad end to the season as well. We only won 1 out of the last 5. One of them was a draw against Rangers, so that's obviously where they slipped up.
The draw in the games cost us, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Celtic have dropped down to 91 points. They only lost 3 games and drew 7 this time round. 2 of them were against us. But I'm just pleased that we've got into that slot again, because that means we got the chance to go for Champions League football, which brings in the money each time. Yeah. So that's what we're looking for, really. Let's take a look at the profile then, and we'll see who's in the goals. Duck and Mioski is up there. Brozier only got 1 more, and Duck also got the highest average rating and the most assists. My net's gonna go in a minute.
That's what I stopped.
Yeah. So right, okay. So that's good. What about cup competitions?
Come
then?
on.
Did we win anything? We're the runners-up of the Scottish League Cup.
We've only won that cup once as well, I think.
Yeah, semi-final of the Scottish Cup by Celtic. I'd imagine it's probably Selkirk's beat us in the final. It was 2-1. So they've obviously gone on, probably won the treble, the domestic treble, I would say. No, Hibernian beat them in the final. Oh, that's unfortunate. Knocked out in the group stage. I am shocked. Look at my face. Right, so we did finish dead last. Liverpool and Sporting went through.
We didn't win one game, though.
We didn't win one. We did draw 2, though. Both home games against Ajax and Sporting. We give it our best shot. We had a -14 goal difference. But for Aberdeen to be in the Champions League group stages, that's a miracle in itself at this point, considering how bad that they're doing. So, yeah, I would definitely take that. I mean, somehow even Tottenham qualified for the Champions League last season.
We come through an hard group there. Look, Roma in it as well. Look, we come through an hard group there.
That's mental. I will check. Did they win it? Of course they didn't. It's Man City versus Barcelona in the final at Wembley. Right, okay. We'll go forward then to the third season. We haven't looked at the goals, actually. We'll take a look at the goals. Who scored the most? It wasn't Duck. It was Mioski who got 30. Duck got 28. Jovanovic, our centre-back, got 14. And Carl McGuinness got 10.
See, at least we got 2 more players in double figures, which is good. Nearly 3. So.
And Albie Morgan, who was obviously a new signing, he got 5 and 10 assists. So that's really good as well. Connor Barron in midfield.
That gives us something to build on then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Connor Barron was out on loan the season before. We didn't play him a lot last season. No, he was here. He did actually play quite a lot. I don't know why I said that. He didn't actually play a lot this season, considering. But yeah, he's done quite well as well this season with 10 assists as well. So nice. And Ross McCrory, who was playing right back. So transfers then. Again, our squad isn't looking the biggest in squad depth. We do need some more players. And 12 million, I think, is a good amount to bring that in.
I'd be happy with that.
That's because of the Champions League group stage, isn't it? So we're being rewarded there. Thank you very much to the Aberdeen board. Let's see what we can do with it. So without taking in consideration these 2 signings here, which was the season before, we have spent our money quite wisely, I think. And this is probably one of my favourite transfer windows I've done in a while, because I'm used to spending a lot more money on certain players. I think I found a lot of bargains this season, which I'm really pleased with. So Dylan Levitt is an ex-Man United player. We got him from Dundee United. He is a Welsh midfielder, very talented as well. Only 23, 900k after having quite a fair good season there at Dundee United. Also, a couple of players that we have signed from another couple of Scottish clubs. Greg Taylor, left back. I remember when Celtic sold Kieran Tierney, they were like, it's fine, we've got Greg Taylor.
Yeah.
We've got Greg Taylor, nobody panic. Well, for some reason he was on the transfer list, so I don't know whether he was shocked about it himself. He can't believe he's now in Aberdeen. He thought I was supposed to be the next Kieran Tierney. But no, Greg Taylor, you find yourself here at Aberdeen. So £1.9 million. He's got himself an assist and a very good average rating at the start of the season. So I thought that was quite a good bargain, to be fair, when I found that one. Loris Shankland is quite an infamous Football Manager Scottish striker because he's always really good at finishing. So he moved a couple of seasons ago to Beerschot in Belgium for £1 million after being really good in a couple of clubs in the Scottish leagues, especially down the Championship there when he played for Dundee United and Ayr, getting himself like above 20 goals. We signed him for £1.6 million. He's played 4 games so far, but only one of them was starts. He hasn't scored yet. That's my only concern. And he got 9 last season, so I don't know whether it's like the pace is just gone for him altogether. The most amount of money that we spent was on a centre back, and it's Albert Valci. That's how you say it, Valci. He is Austrian. He's 29. I think he's a step above the centre-backs that we definitely have. By all means, I think, to be honest, £3.5 million was a little bit of an overspend, but trying to find somebody who would want to come to the Scottish League and improve our side is the most difficult spot. But I do think it's a good signing nonetheless as a first-team player. We then have this guy, which was a bit of a throwaway gamble, to be honest, but I actually really like him because he's played quite well. So he's Ecuadorian, he's a midfielder. I think he's a really good midfielder too.
Good, yeah.
A lot of good work rates.
And all that now.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his prime, 27, he's 6'2", 300k. Like, from Ecuador, he's got himself a goal already, and he's a cracking little find there from my scouts. The last 2 signings, one of them was a free transfer, Ben Wiles from Rotherham. So again, we're pinching players from the lower leagues of England, but he is Scottish. He's a good midfielder, very good squad player.
Yeah, definitely.
We never need to change formation or whether he is there for us. He's currently injured right now, but he has played a few games.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, definitely. So we got him on a free transfer. He's played 2 games for us so far, and considering he is a midfielder, he did score 8 last year in League One. Not bad at all. But this one is really like when you find your lower league hidden gem. From Notts County, Macaulay Langstaff. I think he's really good. Like, attribute-wise, he's fantastic. I've seen him score quite a lot of goals in experiments and stuff. 525k for a player who, 2 seasons ago got 29 goals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll definitely take it.
28 the season before that.
He had 3 goals this season, and I signed him from Notts County in League 2. So, he hasn't scored for us yet, but he did get himself an assist on his debut match. We'll see what Macaulay can do. That is because, Dad, we had to replace Duck.
I'll do it for the last time.
Yeah, I mean, as an honour to him.
Yeah.
We had bids coming in left, right, and centre this summer transfer window, and £5 million.
He'd already scored 3 goals for us in 2 games as well.
Yeah, £5 million was enough for Duck to leave. So it's unfortunate, but we had good times. Unfortunately, we say our goodbyes, but hopefully now we can replace him with Macaulay Langstaff, and we should be absolutely fine. Let's take a look then. Tactically, I'm only securing Langstaff into that position there. We are going with the exact same tactic. I don't think I really need to change anything. I think the only reason why we're not winning the league is because the calibre of player that Celtic have that we don't. I think other than that, I think the tactic's working really well for us. So, how is it doing? Well, we are currently 3rd, but I think we are really hard done by in the Champions League, because imagine coming up against Benfica in the qualifying round. That's harsh.
Yeah.
When we could have been playing, against Wolfsburg of Austria, we've got Benfica of all teams. So, unfortunate, really.
Right.
We won our 2 games in the Premiership, which was 2-0 against Hibs.
We're out of the League Cup as well.
3-1 against Dundee United. Yeah, we're out by Arbroath after extra time. Then we lost to Rangers 2-0. We're back. We beat Kilmarnock 2-1 there with 2 goals from Miofsky. So we're in the Europa League, Dad. And this is quite a massive now Europa League group. But our fixtures, we are playing my favourite German side, which, did you see somebody get really annoyed?
You mentioned that it's your favourite German side every single video.
Here it is again. Frankfurt, my favourite German side. Look at that, Inter Milan, that's my favourite Italian team, would you believe it? Valencia, I used to support them when I was growing up. Michelin, that's genuinely my favourite Danish team. We could go through them all. So there we go. These are
just
the
proper
results.
football supporters, isn't we, really?
Yeah.
You've got to like a team from different countries. It's boring looking at their results, isn't
What
it?
I found really funny, I'm giving this guy way too much time. I thought it'd just be funny to mention, but you wrote it all in capitals.
Yeah.
And I was like, somebody's had a bad day. Somebody's had a really bad day. They've been so told off at work or whatever.
Yeah.
He's come on, I'm going to sit, I'm going to watch Mega Luke's video, and he's going, he's mentioned Frankfurt again! Okay, so that's our results. That's our fixtures there. I'd like to think we can qualify from that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd be disappointed if we don't.
I think we could even get into the top 8.
Yeah.
All we need is one good result against a Valencia or an Inter Milan, and I think we should be all right in there.
We're playing Valencia at home, so that gives you a little bit of hope as well, doesn't it?
So, right, okay.
Before we go anyway, Aberdeen Stadium.
Yes. Pittodrie? I never know how to say it correctly.
No, I couldn't work it out. It's well known for 2 firsts. They were the first team ever to have dugouts.
Yeah.
Someone on the Everton board came up to watch a game, well impressed with it, went back to Everton, told them to get dugouts put into the ground for them. But they were also the first ground for all the seats to be undercover.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So they
had to with the Scottish weather.
Yeah.
With the dugouts then, what did they do before that? Did all the subs just have to stand there?
I think... Going back on the videos that I can remember watching, they used to have, the old benches that you had at school, the old wooden benches. Yeah. I think they just had them there, and you just sat on the bench or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that's where the old saying comes from: sat on the bench.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine,
You're probably correct for that one. Yeah. Do you reckon it was because Sir Alex would never sit down? Right, we need to get him a dugout up there. So it takes longer.
Actually, reading about it, it was something to do with someone who was studying the players. One of the coaches was studying the players, and he wanted to watch their footwork. So he had the dugouts dug out. So that's literally where it comes to the same as well, being dug out. And so he was eye level for the feet, so he could watch their footwork.
Yeah,
that's where that comes.
It's weird that these little stories come in, because I remember Sir Alex made the dugouts, or where the substitutes sit, in the stands.
Yeah.
Because in the first half he used to sit up there so he could see the pitch better. Because when you're sat obviously down, because do you know what? I always find it funny when you're watching a game, you think he is shit.
Yeah.
Like that player is playing shit, and then he doesn't get taken off.
Yeah. And you think, what game are they watching?
And it's because I think the manager is so low down, they can't see the mistakes like that.
Yeah.
So
a lot of things
heard a story. I think
players running off the ball. I mean, we've seen it many times. You sort of saying, "Did you see so and so off the ball? He's not even running," and things like that. And he's just ambling. And the worst thing I hate the most being a striker is watching players walking back. Strikers walking back, and then the ball quickly comes through and they're caught offside.
Yeah.
And you think, why didn't you just get back onside?
He used to give me a roll.
I'm going to say, I used to roll at you, didn't I?
Yeah. Run back and then rest.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Right. So but I remember Real Ferdinand saying, if you ever seen Fergie by the touchline in the first half, you knew you were playing terrible.
Yeah.
Because usually he'd sit up in the stands and watch the game from above.
Talking about Ferguson in the dugout, that funniest thing I've seen
with the
balloon.
Yeah.
What about Mehdi on the other side of him? He's actually killing himself with laughter, isn't he?
Rennie Mullen, I think it is. Get over Mike Phelan. Right, okay, we'll simulate this third season and let's see how we do. Third season and it's second place again.
10 points. Do you know, we've gone 12 points, 11 points, no 10 points. We're getting closer.
We just need 10 seasons in this rebuild and we'll be all right. Okay.
We lost more games, but drew less this time.
Drew less, They are scoring so many goals. So they got 100 points in total with 101 goal difference. So it's going to be so difficult to catch them up. That's the only trouble when you open. You've got this league open as one of the only leagues. Is that Celtic tend to just buy all the best players that the league would be able to obtain. So let's take a look then at the profile. Have we got any top scorers? Miofsky got 18 goals, but I mean they've signed João Pedro. He's class. He's so good. He's unbelievable. The standard of striker he is compared to what we can get. He needs to make his mind up what nationality he is. Italian, Brazilian and Portuguese. But there we go. I mean, he's got the most amount of goals, the most highest average rating. They got the 2 players of the player of the match. It's just going to be very difficult to try and
2 players in the assist lot.
Yeah, it's just going to be very difficult. And most clean sheets. It's probably because the guy didn't have anything to do, did he?
Over on the pitch, isn't it?
Yeah, so there we go. Right, so I'm still happy that we are best of the rest.
We're staying there.
9 points above Rangers now. So
Rangers haven't been close to us, though, have they? So
well, they had 2 points last season.
Oh, was it? Oh, we had a bad season.
Yeah, bad season, still finishing second. Let's take a look at other competitions then. How do we do? Oh, bloody Tottenham Hotspur. Round of 16. Get that shirt off. 4th round by Ross County's a bad one in the Scottish FA Cup. And the 2nd round by Arbroath again is not that great. But Tottenham, we give them a good goal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be annoyed if I was a Tottenham fan. Imagine only beating Aberdeen on aggregate 6-5. They beat us 4-3 in the second leg as well.
Wins a win.
Yeah, you haven't got any of them at the minute.
Say the Liverpool fans.
Yeah. You're not even getting any of them at the minute, Dan. Calm down. Right, so we beat Midtjylland in the knockout playoff round. So we did go through the playoff, which meant we finished in 15th place. We didn't finish in the top 8, finished in 15th with 12 points, 1-4, lost 4. And I think it's probably
when
the
you look
form
at it,
you'd
I mean,
expect.
Tottenham finished top of the group, so played 8, won 8.
Yeah.
So they lost against the best team in the Europa League at the time, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. We lost in the group stage to Fenerbahce, Inter, Valencia, and Frankfurt. The games that you would probably expect.
I bet Spurs didn't go on and win it though.
We can find out. Let's see. No, Leicester. They always bang out like a Europa League every now and then. They beat Inter Milan in the final. That's fair play. Squad-wise, 22 goals from Miofsky, Macaulay Langstaff. I'm not happy with that. 15. That's not a lot at all.
4 players in double figures. Not very good at all.
And he's also unhappy because we're playing him in a weak role. We're playing you. You should just be happy. You were playing in League 2 for Notts County before this, and now he's got an abysmal morale, very unhappy overall happiness because he's playing in the wrong role. Get out. Right, okay. We'll have to address that in pre-season, I think, with only £6 million. We were spoilt with a 12, weren't we? They gave us a...
Yeah.
That's what we would have got season 6.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows in these rebuilds, season 6 you always get the biggest transfer budget, and that's for the Patreon members. If you want to sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/MegaLoot Gaming, you get to have, obviously, the... what do you get to have, Dad? You get the save game file at the end of the rebuild, starting from season 6, where usually you get the best budget.
Start sending us some comments of how you're getting on as well if you do take overs from us, because we're finding it interesting if anybody does, just to see how they're getting on, isn't we? Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a couple saying that we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, Dad's always in the comments, so if you do take on the Patreon save, let us know how you do in the comments. Dad always writes and looks back in the comments, so you can let us know how you're doing in there. But on the £5 tier, I always put it up when this video drops live. Right, okay, what can we do with 6 million? Let's find out. Right, so this summer window, we did sell quite a lot of players. Not too much money. Lawrence Shanklin's actually left us already, and Blair McKenzie going for a little bit as well. We've also made a little bit of money out there, not too much.
Am I seeing right here? Have you just signed your favourite Liverpool player?
Yeah. We'll leave it, in case you didn't see it, we'll leave it as a surprise. Right, I signed 3 players from Celtic, all on free transfers. So we've got a centre-back here, a really good one as well, to be fair. He's got 4 Scottish caps. I don't know why they're letting him go, but we'll take him. It is Stephen Welsh, but he's actually Scottish. I love it when names like that. I absolutely love it. Free transfer, starting for us, very good average rating. Cannot complain at all. No. Well, don't want to see it. Anthony Ralston. Another free transfer that we've picked up, plays on the right-hand side, is going to give Ross McCrory a bit of a run for his money because I think this guy's probably better. He has better mental attributes as well. Free transfer again, very good average rating. Skip over it again, don't want to see it. We signed one of their Japanese players. He has fuzzy hair. I like him. He is a centre defensive midfielder with good work rates and teamworks and stamina and everything like that. Just what we need. 17 caps for Japan, 450k. He's got assist already and a player of the match. He didn't play that many games the last couple of years, but I think it's worth it bringing him in and seeing what he can do for us.
Just building our squad, which is good.
Yeah, 3 players there from Celtic. But yes, you are correct. I signed on a free transfer Jordan bloody Henderson.
Never would I have thought you would sign this player.
Jordan Henderson.
Good skipper.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't knock it for that. He's a good skipper.
So at the end of his career, 35 years of age, he's doing what the likes of Gaza did and Roy Keane. He's come to Scotland and we've signed him at age 35. 75 caps there for England on a free transfer, and he's not even been playing very well. So I don't know whether Patreon members will still have the ability to play with Jordan Henderson. He might have already gone by then. We also signed Freddie Woodman, who is a better goalkeeper than the keeper that we signed from Chelsea. So I think that's a good acquisition there. Yeah. Better concentration and positioning, just what we need really, coming in as our number 1. And then finally, we signed Adam Armstrong. So we've signed a few English players here, but
he's not a bad striker, is he?
He's just fast. Like, look at that acceleration and pace. It's just lightning quick. Good stamina. Likes to beat the offside trap, even though he only has 11 off the ball. So he's going to be offside loads because he's quick. He likes to beat the offside trap, but his anticipation and his off the ball are shite. So he's like, Adam, you're offside again, mate. Oh, so yeah, we've got him and brought him in, but he is considered now our best player. So he replaces Duck basically from a couple of seasons ago as that fast, pacey striker that we've been missing, and he's got 5 goals and a player of the match already with an average rating. Yeah, can't complain. I like how he scored more goals this season already than he did in his last 5 since he was at Southampton. 4 seasons. Unbelievable. unbelievable. Right, so we'll see what he can do for us right now. Tactically, again, don't need to change it.
No.
I don't think. Miovski, I won't play in every game on the right, which means Adam Armstrong will most likely be playing every single game on the left. But we do have a couple of other options there. If I went pick without restriction for the best 11, the reason why I want Miovski is in there is because this guy actually replaces him, and I don't think he is that good. So I'd rather have Miovski, who I know is a proven goal scorer, up front with Adam Armstrong as well. McGuinness, we've got Jordan Henderson, Levitt, with Ideguchi in that midfield. I think that's a good midfield three there. We have almost got a full former Celtic back four there. We've only got Valci, who's spoiling the party in that regard, but we've also got Jovanovic on the bench. So I think now we've got really good squad depth, and that's exactly what I've been hoping for. So yeah, good start. Let's take a look then at the schedule. We have played quite a lot of games. We've only lost one. That was to Marseille, and unfortunately, that cost us our Champions League
beat them at home,
qualification, because we beat them 2-0 in the home leg. We overcame Fenerbahce, which was good because they beat us in the Europa League last year. But we've beaten Hibs, we've beaten Dundee United 5-0. We drew the Rangers, we won against Kilmarnock. And our Europa League fixtures, obviously, again, we're in this huge Europa League table. Let's take a look at the fixtures itself. We have Palace, Wolves, so we ain't got to go too far in the away game. We've got Roma, Kuwait, Copenhagen, Anderlecht, and FCSB of Romania, and our final game is Porto. That's more hard. That's harder than the last one.
No.
Yeah.
No. Just talking about the European games, another first for Aberdeen. We were the first team to be knocked out on penalties.
Oh, okay.
In 1971, I think we drew 4 each against a team called Hanved.
Yeah.
And they went to penalties, and we lost on penalties. One of the early rounds, but yeah, we're the first team. It's the first year they ever done it.
Yeah.
And we were the first team to be
knocked
knocked out on
penalties. Before that, it was replays.
Yeah.
And just play until somebody bloody wins, I guess.
So yeah, so another first for Aberdeen, but unfortunately a bad first.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully we overcome penalties in this one if we get to the knockouts, which I think is very unlikely. That's a very difficult group, but we'll see. Well, let's find out. And once again, we finish in second.
Further away this time.
Further away.
Yeah.
I would still just finishing in second.
Yeah.
Because Celtic, I mean, I want to quickly see what they're spending. No. Because they're releasing players left, right, and centre. They spent 43 million, Dad. How can we cope with that?
Yeah.
They are literally signing players for £20 million here. They're signing like wonder kids.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very difficult to actually beat that. I mean, the season before, another £20 million that they're not. So like, £65 million. They did sell 50 million. I get that because they sold Labada.
The thing is, you're just trying to buy the bits and players of their players, and
who they don't want.
Yeah, that's right.
And just hope you can just get something out of it. But I'll take still finishing above Rangers, though. That's definitely a good thing. Miovski there with 21 goals. Not bad. We've got a couple of players in the assist tally, especially Ideguchi, considering he's playing CDM. And Ben Wiles, who wasn't in that best 11, is up there with 9 assists. Yeah. So not bad at all. And Freddie
looking on the past winners over there.
Most clean sheets. That's what I'm most pleased with.
We were the last team
outside of Rangers and Celtic. Yeah, it was obviously when Sir Alex left the club as
84,
well.
something like that.
85 was the last season. And then the last time actually was where they keep finishing in third place. In second side was before Rangers came back up. When Rangers come back up, they were just rebuilding their side. They finished in third. We were the best team after.
Another interesting fact as well. Have a look at their 1999-2000 season. You know, at the beginning I actually said that we've never been relegated from the top of the league.
Yeah.
We actually finished last in that season.
Right.
99-2000. And it goes to like a playoff of the team coming up and the team going down. There's a playoff, don't they?
Yeah.
But Falkirk, their ground was not up to standard of the SPL, so they weren't even allowed to play in the playoffs. So Aberdeen stayed in the league.
That's hard.
So the only real bad season Aberdeen have really had where they finished last and could have got relegated, Falkirk couldn't come up.
God, you've been buying lottery tickets that year. Yeah. God, that's unbelievable. Right, okay. Other competitions then. How have we done? We have our first trophy, and it is the League Cup. It's not the best one, but we'll still take it. And we beat Celtic in the final.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Very good
hell of
indeed.
a result then.
And I think, obviously, the last time we won this was a long time ago in 2014. So we've been runners-up a few times, but we have managed to do it. We beat Celtic in the final, who you want to beat in the final. Now, in the Europa League, we got to the knockout playoff off and unfortunately lost to Copenhagen, but I'll take that, I guess, because we still finished in 16th place. 1-4. We actually had a better record than we did last season.
Yeah.
We won 4. Those are the teams we beat. We drew against Palace and we lost against Porto, Roma, and Wolves. Roma gave us a bit of a tonking 6-0 at home, but hey, they've probably, they qualified through. I mean, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. 4th round of the Scottish Cup, that's the bad result. But other than that, a good season.
We finally won something.
Very good season.
Won something.
Our squad is looking very depleted, Dad. That's the trouble that we've got now. We're not having a lot of players. 29 goals for Adam Armstrong. Miovski has gone. Miovski has gone. Where has he gone? I haven't actually seen where did he go. Is he just retired? I think he's retired, to be fair, because he's completely just left. So I'd imagine he's probably retired because his contract hasn't run out. But never mind. We're going to have to replace him for next season then, because he was a big goals person in our side.
Yeah, bad news, isn't it?
Money-wise, we have only £3 million to bring somebody in next summer.
They don't like being in the Europa League, do they?
No, not at all. But that's quite a lot of money for Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Usually they would sell a best player and work around it. But I find that when you only have one league open, like just the Scottish League, you don't have hardly any offers from your players, because like the computer AI in the leagues which aren't loaded, just not really looking to buy them. Very strange. I don't know whether it's something that Foot Manager need to address, but I mean, I simulate throughout the season, but during the summer windows, I tend to just keep pressing while I'm watching telly or something. And then I sometimes skip a week holiday if I'm not wanting to do anything. This is basically how I do it. A lot of people ask, actually.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite good to tell. And I normally skip a week, because then if an offer does come in, it still comes up. You don't miss out. And I was skipping weeks with no offers. And I was thinking, some of these players were getting 30 goals a season. Yeah. And I'm not getting any offers for them.
No.
And I think it might be because the leagues I've loaded is just the Scottish League. Yeah. I don't know. I think it might be something that I might address to SI, being like maybe the AI needs to be a bit more smarter. 5th season, only 3 million. Who do we bring in? Let's find out. Right, I brought in 4 players this summer window. Couple of players from the Premier League as well. James McAtee from Manchester City. Going to be a good squad player for us in rotation, and alongside that the McGuinness player in that centre attacking midfield role. He's going to give him a run for his money. Yeah. Very good player indeed at age 23. We have also signed Nathan Ferguson from the Premier League. Crystal Palace. Plays right back, plays centre back. That's the reason why I brought him in, for options. You've seen how much our squad was depleted. This guy gives us those options, and he's worth quite a lot of money as well. Considering we got him as a free transfer, I'll definitely take that. He played 17 games in the Premier League last year. Javi Galan is an unbelievable signing. Now, normally I wouldn't have signed him because obviously we already had Greg Taylor, but he becomes like our best player. 31, he's Spanish, as a left back. He's unbelievable at like crossing the ball. You'd see this standard in the Premier League, but for some reason he was a free transfer and we managed to get him.
2 assists already.
2 assists in a 7.9 average rating game. Aaron Connolly from SK Rapid. He's Irish. He is a striker. He has pace. He is the replacement that I think we need from Miovski coming in. So I think that's quite a good signing. Yeah, he hasn't scored any goals for us yet, which did worry me a little bit, because he did get 6 in 14 last season. Sorry. So I think that's quite good. But I remember when he played for Hull, I think, he scored quite a few goals in the Championship. I remember seeing his name quite often for them, but then he went back to Brighton and never really did anything. It's this season that he's there. That's why I've recognised his name, Aaron Connolly. When I signed him, I was like, oh, I know the name. That's how. And tactically, again, we don't need to. I don't want to. I don't think we need to.
We're coming runners up every season. So why would you change it?
Yeah. So I'll do best 11, but we don't really need to change it now. One of the shock things is in the best 11 is a player from the youth academy has come through, and I'm happy to allow him to play, to be honest, because he does look quite good. He has that pace, he has the aggression, he has good heading ability. 20 years of age, Alfie Bavidge. Whether he's good in real life, Aberdeen fans, let us know. Is he good for the youth side? I'm always happy to find out these things. But our squad isn't as big as what I'd like it to be, but it's as good as what we can get with the money that we were given. So we'll see. Anyway, schedule wise, how have we done so far? Well, unfortunately, once again, we faced Benfica in the Champions League. That's harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who else was in those? We had Nice or Galatasaray with the other 2 options. I'd have fancied myself against one of those 2. Okay, never mind. We overcame Olympiacos. We overcame Nordsjælland as well. So 2 good results there. We drew against St. Mirren. We drew against... we beat Kilmarnock 1-0. We then beat them in the Cup as well, 3-0. And then we beat Motherwell 4-0 so far. So We haven't had a big test in the league.
Had a good start though, I think.
Yeah, we're third in the league so far. Let's take a look at our fixtures in the Europa. We have Real Betis, we got Troyes, Almeria, Aston Villa. We've got a team there from Israel, I think. I think that's
we got a good
the
chance.
Israeli team. I think so as well.
Yeah, we should qualify from this.
So Luzern, Shakhtar, and Fenerbahce. I'd like to think we'd go through.
Yeah.
So our final season, will we win the league?
No.
A lot of optimism today on the Omega Loop game in Jano.
I'll be disappointed if we don't come second, but we won't win the league.
Yeah, all right, okay. Let's simulate this next season. Final season, and we finish in second place.
Oh, joint top.
On the same points as Celtic. They've
Goal
got
difference is always going to do us, isn't it?
Superior goal
Man,
difference.
they nearly chucked it away, didn't they? They nearly chucked it away.
Both finished on 93 points. We actually beat them as well at one point, but then they hammered St. Mirren on the final day. That's why we needed them to slip up most. 93
Those two games
points.
they lost, and who did they lose against those two games?
Us.
It was
and
us, was it?
Rangers. So all they would needed to do is a draw in another game, and they were thrown the league away. Oh, so disappointing. Rangers actually finished in fourth, so they've had really bad times because Hearts have even overtaken them now. Yeah, so close, yet so far. So I know exactly what Dad's task is going to be for you Patreon members. Adam Armstrong got 19, Aaron Connolly got 18, so we know we got two very good strikers there who score goals at this level. Adam Armstrong had the highest average rating, Carl McGuinness had the most assists, and Aaron Connolly had the second highest player of the match. They're signing players like Alan Velasco. Like, that's players that I signed. I mean, he is unbelievable. Like, what are we supposed to do there? Like, it's very harsh. He's on loan from Man City there. So, yeah, disappointing, but that makes it 6 in a row for Celtic, unfortunately. Maybe we've won the FA Cup. Oh, runners up. We did win the League Cup again. We won the League Cup. And we also got to the quarter-final of the Europa League.
We expected that, didn't we? Really?
Yeah, we lost to Hoffenheim, unfortunately, on penalties. Oh, it's so close season. We got as far as Tottenham did. Atalanta went on and beat Hoffenheim in the final as well, so that's mental. We first knocked out Leicester, who won this a couple of seasons ago. That was a good for us. And we won the second leg 4-0. So we were down 3-1. In the first leg, round of 16, then we knocked out Galatasaray, so we're knocking out some big clubs here.
Spurs beat Celtic.
They did, yeah. We went further than Celtic in this competition.
And they finished top. Celtic did it.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, they did. They didn't even lose a game. Yeah. Unbelievable. With some Premier League teams in there, Juventus, unbelievable stuff. Right, so Aberdeen, we won 4 games. We beat Shakhtar, Hapoel, Aston Villa, and Troy. So that's quite good. Or Troyes, I think it's how you say it. Luzern, French people going, no, you don't. The 2 games we drew, Luzern and Real Betis. And then the 2 games we lost is Fenerbahce and Almeria. Somebody was also having a go at me in the comments. It's a bit of a rant, this episode, isn't it? About how I'm disrespecting like clubs when I don't try to pronounce their names right, but when I do try, you still have a go at me. So anyway, that's how we've managed to do this season. Let's take a look at who we beat in the final of the League Cup.
Celtic again?
Was it? Yes. Extra time. Nice. So that's a good result for us.
I'll take that. Stopping them from winning it all the time.
Definitely. Did they beat us in the Scottish Cup though? They did. Penalties.
So we got knocked out twice on penalties.
Yeah, we were this close to an unbelievable season. We were this close to a treble.
Yeah,
because we beat them on penalties, and then they slip up somehow.
Yeah,
and we win the treble. Oh, that's so annoying.
Oh dear.
Right, squad wise, Adam Armstrong got 29. Aaron Connolly got 27. Alfie Bavidge got 24. 3 strikers there. Scoring so many goals. James McAtee got 15 goals as well, and the assist tally's not bad either. Javi Galan got 15, Carl McGuinness got 13, Ralston got 12 at right back. Very good season.
Yeah, definitely.
You Patreon members, if you do wish to take this on, you've only got £1.5 million. We stole it for you in the second season.
We just built you a good squad, though, haven't we?
Yeah, that's it. You don't necessarily need it.
The weakest point was scoring goals, and we're just giving you 3 good strikers now.
Yeah, because to be honest, it's only Jordan Henderson who's like ready to retire. I think he's 36 now. He's still not looking to retire. Javi Galan's still got a couple of years in him, especially at this level. Right, Dad, for the Patreon members, should they wish to take it on, what is it? I think I know what it's going to be.
Win the league.
Yeah, win the league. We were this close to doing it. If you can do it, then good luck.
Got 5 seasons to win the league. I'll take anything after that. You do well, but just try and win that league.
Absolutely.
Let's get back in there and
become the first team since Aberdeen themselves to do it outside of Rangers and Celtic. And of course, people who go to the games, or if you've been to the Pittodrie before, don't have a go at me for the way I pronounced it. What's the food like?
Yeah, come on.
What's the food like at these grounds? We want to know in the comments section. Even if you don't go to that ground, let us know in the comments the team you go to watch and what that food is like.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it trash? Maybe you've been to an away day and you were like, oh, I remember the cheeseburger at Aston Villa. It was unbelievable. I want to know. I'm curious. I like my food, as does Dad, and we want to know these things should we ever go on an away day. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Keep leaving your suggestions down in the comments section because we do take them, obviously. We've done quite a few now recently from the ones that you've been suggesting. And then, of course, if you want to check out the Patreon and take over the save, you can do patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming on the £5 tier. Really do appreciate it. Every support that you have for the sponsors and everything, we really do appreciate. And we'll see you on Monday.
Subscribes. Got a target to go for. Come on.
Thumbs up.
We're a little bit behind at the moment.
We are, yeah. We need to catch up, really. So that'll be good. We'll see you Monday for another one. Bye-bye.